Hello, the following video is about a family-made dress, and how it touched so many lives. You are about to hear from Steve, and several of his friends share parts of the story. The family is so important to our culture. There are so many distractions in our society that can bring the average person down. Having the right support from your family can pick you right back up. Well, it is time to hear the story. Steve, take it away.
Hi guys, today myself and a couple of friends want to share a true story about some of my relatives, one being my late grandmother Dora, a couple of cousins Jamie and Jody, and my Aunt Judy. It is about a dress and what effect it had on several family members. This story was written back in 2009, but about 45 years prior is where the story begins. It is a very heartfelt story to me. I came across this while packing things up to move my mother from one location to another. So let's begin.
Let me give you some background information. Jamie, one of my cousins, is the daughter to Uncle Jack and Aunt Judy. Aunt Judy is my father's only sister, and their mom and dad was Alice and Roland. Now my father was also named Roland. There was one other brother named Leslie. I have many fond memories of Uncle Leslie. He has since passed on, and for this story he doesn't have a role in it. My father married Shirley, who was daughter to Dora and Russell. Russell and Dora literally lived around the corner from Alice and Roland. My parents knew each other ever since they were little kids. My mother will tell you, she knew my father since she was 4 years old. Prior to my parents getting married, when my father was stationed in Guam, while serving in the Air Force, he shipped to his parents a package of material fabric. Aunt Judy was 10 years old at the time.
Now, some of the material was used to make a dress for Aunt Judy to wear to my father's wedding. The remaining material was put aside for about 15 years. Then after Aunt Judy was married, and her first daughter Jamie was about 6 years old, the material was given to my grandmother Dora to make a charming little dress for Jamie. The red gauzy material for the dress would have smocking, and white satin with red dots for the underslip. Jody, Aunt Judy's second daughter, also wore the dress until she outgrew it. Aunt Judy then placed the dress in her closet for a couple of years. Eventually, she put it into a Salvation Army bin in Pen Argyl.
Fast forward a few years. Jody is grown up. She and Aunt Judy went shopping one day. They went to the Good Shepherd thrift shop in Nazareth. Lo and behold, hanging there on a rack was the dress. They both immediately recognized it, and bought it for $1. Jamie's daughter, Amberlyn, now grown up, has since worn the dress a few times. The dress's journey has been over 56 years with many events. Because of Dora's love and effort, don't forget her sewing skills, the dress has been able to stand the test of time.
And now a final update. The year is 2020. As I mentioned in the beginning, I came across this article and confirmed things with my Aunt Judy. As we were talking, she said, "I still have the dress in my closet." She took a picture of it, and that's how I was able to include it in this video. I hope you enjoyed this story. I had no first-hand knowledge of this dress, but do have many fond memories of my relatives growing up.